Hey guys, how's it going? This is Supreme and welcome back to another video on my channel in which I'm going to be breaking down the most recent tier list that I've put together since the addition of Goten and Trunks. So, let's get into it.
This is Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black.
This is it, Saiyans. For the sake of our most glorious project, you will die today!
Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit here and take it up to the top. As you can see here, we do have the Z Plus tier where we can see Zenkai LF Gohan in first position. Now the additions in this tier list are Android 18, as you can see they're in third place. We do have Goten sitting over here behind Kefla, and we do have the Trunks behind Omega in S Plus tier. So let's start from the top and talk about a little bit like the teams and how they've changed places and how that's affected the tier list in general. Hybrids have obviously gotten much stronger, and so have androids with these two additions, obviously the Goten and Trunks and the Zenkai 18. The Zenkai LF Gohan, #1 best unit in the game. He is a cheat code. He should have his own tier, that's how good he is. So he's there, like, you can't even debate it. He is incredible. Second, we have Vegito Blue, who is still this high up because he just does everything you want him to do. He has a cover change, he does insane damage, he draws his own cards, he has a green card that removes buffs, he has an amazing ultimate, he locks you in, he does everything. He basically does everything you want a unit to do in the game, so that's why he is in second place. Now Android 18, I only just got her to Zenkai 6 today. I hadn't tried her before, and I obviously knew she was good, but as soon as I tried her, and you might say, but you're biased to Android, I don't care, she is incredible. She one combos any unit that isn't red, and she can destroy a unit that's red anyway. It's just stupid. Like, she can literally tear apart Red Cell, who has low defenses, the Revival Cell. She can tear that unit apart in 2 combos, and Red Cell is very, very good. But she is just incredible. Her ultimate attack one-shots any purple unit pretty much, and she just has incredible draw speed. Her green card use is fantastic because she draws green cards and you can just come in, pop the green card, and just carry on with your combo. With that 2x draw speed, it's just incredible. You just keep on going and going and going, and it just never finishes. And she's just so good in every single way. She's got high defenses as well, of course, and her critical is the highest critical stat in the game. So when she lands a critical, yeah, your opponent's going to feel that. It's going to do a lot of damage. So yeah, she's fantastic. That's why she is #3 on the tier list. After that, we have Android 16. He has been bumped up. He was first in Z tier. We've just bumped him up to Z Plus tier, and the reason for that is the addition of the Zenkai 18. She is incredible, and she covers 16, which basically means 16 is a bit more free to take a bit more damage. And he's the best tank in the game, and the fact that now he can take even more damage because he's got 18 covering him and stuff. Yeah, it's just incredible. I mean, he can die and give buffs to the team. He can take care of one of the enemy's units by just KOing that unit with his sacrifice. And yeah, he just does pretty much everything you want a defensive unit to do. He is the perfect defense type. He counters Vegito Blue, and once he's taken a few hits, he starts hitting so hard. And not just that, but he buffs the team every time he gets hit too. And then we have Majin Vegeta, the most recent legendary finish unit to come out to complete the Z Plus tier in that top 5 role. He is absolutely fantastic. His damage is just incredible. And I think we're going to get a new Saiyan purple unit soon, because that's the only unit that Saiyans need, really. And I hope it's a defensive type. I would really like to see that, to give Saiyans a bit more durability. That's all this Majin Vegeta needs, a good unit to cover him, and he would be very high up on this tier list, I'm sure. But he is fantastic. His blue card is the hardest hitting blue card in the game, I think. And he has a broken green card, you guys know that. Yeah, he's just very, very good, and very high up on this tier list because of that. I just love this unit. I really, really do love this unit. He's a great unit, exactly what Vegeta family needed and exactly what Saiyans needed. So that's why he is in #5. His damage is just absurd, and every time he takes a hit as well, he gets buffed up. So that's very important. Then we have Demon King Piccolo, which people will underestimate. Really, he is absolutely insane. When it comes to taking damage, he's very good at it. He's actually pretty tanky. The fact that he's got very high stats obviously helps. Not as high as the Android 18. I'd say they're pretty similar units in the way that they're both melee types in yellow. But Android 18 just does that little bit more damage and is just that little bit more effective with her draw speed. This guy is still a monster that puts out insane amounts of damage, and yeah, he's just fantastic. We move on to the Kid Goku, who's moved down a little bit. He was number 1 for a long time, since his release until obviously Vegito Blue came along, and then he was number 2 for a long time. No one really came up to his level, but now that we have so many Zenkais, he is very good still. He's obviously very high up on this tier list, and you can be lowest on the Z tier, you're still a great unit. Even in this S plus tier, you've got units that are very good, very usable in this meta. But yeah, this Kid Goku, we all know what he does. Great damage, supports the team, gives Ki when he switches out, has endurance, and has a very strong ultimate that nullifies endurance, in fact. So yeah, very good unit. We have Cell just after him, and he is fantastic. I mean, Cell, you basically, the way to play with Cell, because people kind of struggle with him, the way you play with Cell, and the reason he's this high up, is because he dishes out a lot of damage. Even before he transforms, he's not that bad of a damage dealer. And the way you play with him is just like if you were in a normal match. Don't sacrifice him unless it's to Rising Rush. Don't let him die early, try and keep him alive. And then when you do actually get to the point where you're kind of late in the game, maybe you've got Android 16 who's dead, and Android 18 still with half HP, and your Cell dies, well, you've got a brand new unit and a full power Cell, when the opposition might not have much left in his tank. So yeah, just keep playing with Cell like if he's a normal unit. Try and keep him alive, and if you do have to sacrifice him, definitely, obviously, he's the one to sacrifice, but don't do it at the start of the fight. Try and drag it on a little bit more to just give your team that much more durability. So then we go into the next few units, who are Merge Zamasu, the 2 Vegeta Blues. These 3 units, they've all dropped down a little bit, simply because Merge Zamasu's team, which is Future and Godkey, of course, they're still fantastic teams, but they aren't as high up as they used to be, simply because hybrids and androids have gotten so strong. So she's dropped down a little bit, not that much. Sorry, he's dropped down a little bit, not that much though. He's still a very good unit that has a great cover change, a great green card. It does a lot of damage and gets stronger as the fight goes on. And I think the fact that he does get stronger as the fight goes on and isn't just a damage dealer off, right off the bat, is what makes him be slightly further down than he was at the start when he got released. Then we have LF Vegeta, who is just still a fantastic unit. I mean, this guy has been out for a long time, coming up to a year now, and he's still in Z tier and still doing lots of damage, buffs himself with every card he uses and his allies, and he is very good. He locks in with his ultimate, which is crucial when it can save you in a lot of circumstances. The other Vegeta Blue is very good, one of the best support units in the game. I'd say he's only a little bit higher than the Goten, because I think he's just a little bit more complete, not too much. And in fact, you could even do this. I mean, I'm not even joking. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to put Goten in front of the Vegeta. So scratch what I just said, because now that I think about it and I see this, and I'm going to do this as well, I'm going to drop this Vegeta down a little bit, because Goten, for me, is the best support unit in the game. And I don't know why I put him below this Vegeta, because Vegeta is very good, and his death buffs are what makes him be this high up on the tier list. But Goten tanks, hits incredibly hard, and yeah, he's just an all-round fantastic, phenomenal unit. Massive damage with his blue card, has a great green card. He's just perfect. He's the perfect support unit, like I said. I can't find any flaws in him. The only flaw is that he's yellow and that LF Gohan is running around, but fantastic unit. And yeah, so that's why I moved the Vegeta down, just because Vegeta is only up there for the death buffs, in my opinion. He does buff up with every card, but he's kind of a sacrificial unit, and he's not a unit that's going to be buffing your team constantly like Goten does. So yeah, Kefla still very high up, especially because 18 has just come out. The units that have been bumped up to Z tier are only Android 21 here, and of course the Goten, who's new. Other than that, the Z tier stays pretty much the same. Rage Trunks goes down a little bit, simply because Goten is a much better hybrid Saiyan, in my opinion. And going into S plus tier, Omega, one of the best units on Region, if not you know, he's just so good. I mean, his debuffs and his just status effects that he does, it's just brilliant. And he's a very underrated unit. He has a great green card, a really strong ultimate, and people don't use him enough. He's actually fantastic and very underrated, like I said. This Trunks that's just come out, very good, has infinite draw speed. It's just incredible, puts a lot of damage in, and he's just, yeah, overall a fantastic unit. If you do pull him, yeah, just have fun, because this guy with Goten, with the LF Gohan, and with the blue ultimate Gohan that we have over here, who's jumped up a little bit, yeah, you're going to have a really good time with this hybrid Saiyans team. And yeah, in general, the whole team, very good, very fluid, and I love using them. Another unit that's been bumped down a little bit, is this Zenkai Cell, and the only reason is because you're going to be running the revival cell over him. I don't see him at all. I haven't seen one Zenkai Cell in PvP, and he's very good, but he's quite one-dimensional. He's just there to put a bit of damage in, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this tier list, guys. I mean, not much else has changed. The ultimate Gohan here, like I said, has moved up a little bit, and other than that, there aren't many changes to be made in this tier list. The Zenkais that were added after the Zenkai update, that you can achieve Zenkai 7, so after Trunks, basically, after this Trunks right here. Yeah, they're all Zenkai 7. The ones like Boo and Cooler, they're all at Zenkai 1. We will be changing that in November once you can get them all to Zenkai 7 with 7k crystals. But yeah, very good time in the meta right now. I think you've got a lot of good teams. Although Gohan is stupidly broken, you do have a lot of viable teams. And I kind of feel bad for this Vegeta. I feel bad for him because I did just bump him down out of nowhere. But I kind of made the tier list and just now thought, you know, Goten is way better. I mean, honestly, Goten is fantastic, and I think, yeah, like I said, if you've got this Gohan, Zenkai, the LF Gohan, you need to summon for Trunks and Goten. It's a must to summon on that banner. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much the tier list. The bottom tiers you don't really need to go through too much. I would maybe bump up Goten, just like maybe up to here, just because of course the Zenkai LF Gohan, the hybrids coming back and stuff like that. And I would also bump up this guy just a little bit. I don't know where I'd bump him up to, maybe just behind this red Goku, for example, just because he puts out incredible amounts of damage, and with the support buffs that Goten gives, the support buffs that Ultimate Gohan gives, and the support buffs that he gives, it just makes the whole team hit incredibly hard. I did show that in my previous video, which is Goten Showcase, and if you're wondering why Goten is that high up, go and watch that video, and just, yeah, you'll see, he's just fantastic, phenomenal. And yeah, this is pretty much where I would have the tier list. I haven't seen enough of the Trunks yet. I have put him there just of what I've been told. He could easily go up to Z tier, but I think I've kind of, you know, just been a bit reserved with him because I haven't seen enough of him. But like I said, if I get my hands on him and if I can give him a go, I will give you guys better feedback. But for now, that's where I'm putting him, because that's where I see him being at this point in time. But that is still a very good placement in the tier list. Hybrid Saiyans, fantastic team. They're looking brilliant, and yeah, like I said, really fun meta with hybrids. You've got fusions, God Key, Future, androids, female warriors making a little bit of a comeback with Zenkai 18, but not too much. But yeah, in general, a very fun meta right now. Some family, Vegeta family too. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, let me know what changes you would make to the tier list down below, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.